Bengal, a land of fertility and prosperity, embraces everyone within her fold. Her rich culture, with its varied hues, is seen in her songs, music, and literature. As a traditional art form, folk dances of Bengal have gained immense popularity and recognition over the years. Usually performed during festive seasons or to mark a happy occasion, these dances, ingrained in folk culture, reflect local faith, tradition, and customs. In fact, some religious festivals are celebrated through the performance of some typical forms of songs and dances that characterize devotion, prayer, and worship. The different dances of Bengal contain themes that are ritualistic, satirical, allegorical, or social. They involve prayers, offerings, celebrations, and oaths. The numerous tribes and ethnic groups of rural Bengal have distinctive folk arts of their own, which are many and varied and equally magnificent. Many of these forms are associated with agriculture, ushering in the rains and mythological events. The martial art forms depict events of the great epics Ramayana and Mahabharata. They are performed around the year on various occasions, at fairs and festivals, and religious conglomerations. Bengal's repertoire of folk songs, with its lyrical appeal and richness, its thematic diversity and range, is a reflection of rural Bengal's creativity and imagination. Bengal during the post-medieval period was a divided and closed society. Ruled by religious strictures, Hindus and Muslims led cloistered lives, against which grew a protest that took on the character of a cult. The community of protesters could be identified by the robes they wore. The one-stringed instrument or aktara they always carried, and the bells they tied to their perpetually dancing feet. They were the Bauls, the creators of a phenomenal music tradition that has survived and grown despite the ravages of time. Both men and women, Bauls and Baulanis, are a part of this great music tradition. For a long time, the Baulanis performed with the Bauls, and they did not have any separate identity. But in recent years, Baulanis have carved out their own foothold. The Bauls are free wanderers. They are detached from the bondage of society and family. They move from place to place, making a meager living from the alms given to them by those who can plumb the profound depths of their frugality. The Bauls belong to a sect with a distinctive mystic ideology of their own, and their songs spread the message of peace and universal brotherhood. The Chhau dance of Purulia district is one of the most vibrant and colorful art forms. Emerging from martial practice, the Purulia Chhau is a vigorous form of dance drama that draws its themes from the two great Indian epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Masks and elaborate headgear are the ornamental apparels of the Chhau dancers. The dance is believed to date back to over a century, though the specific date of its origin cannot be definitely ascertained. The dance was patronized by the royalty and landlords of the region. A distinctive feature of this dance is the acrobatic use of the body. Powerful movements, immense concentration, and release of energy are the other features of this dance. The dance commences with an invocation to Lord Ganesh. Then the movements follow the nuances of the story. In a Chhau dance, the fight between good and evil always culminates in the triumph of good over destructive evil. The Santhals are an integral part of the folklore of Bengal. The Santhali dance form is seen in the districts of Birbhum, Bankura, Malda and Bardhaman. The Santhals are born dancers. Dance is an integral part of all festivities of the Santhal community. The songs are typically based on Dhal, Madol, Chand. Dances are usually performed on a full moon night and are connected with the celebration of certain rituals. A notable feature of the Santhal dances is the unison in movement. The dancers stand in a line holding hands and move to the rhythm of the Madol. Usually the women take part in the dance and the men provide the musical accompaniment. The Santhal dance reflects the beauty of rural Bengal and adds color to the folk culture of the state. The Mundari dances are performed by members of the Mundari community on different festive occasions, most of which are related to agriculture. The dances of the Santhali and Mundari communities are very close in style and form. The musical instruments used by the two communities are also common. Gambhira, a popular festival of Malda district, comprises songs and dances closely related to agriculture and mythology. Performances depict, on one hand, the success, failure, or annual production of crops, and on the other tell stories about mythological figures. The word Gambhira means Devalaya or house of God. This festival is very closely associated with Shiv Puja. In Malda district, where this festival is immensely popular, Shiv is also known as Gambhir, and hence the festival associated with Shiv Puja is known as Gambhira. The Bengal drum or Dhal and the gong or kashi are the main musical instruments accompanying this dance. Dancers tune their steps to the different beats of the dhal, the intricate patterns of their dance blending into the pulsating rhythm of festivity and celebration. Gajan is a very popular festival in some parts of Bengal. Singing and dancing is an integral part of this celebration. In Malda and Murshidabad, the celebration is known as Bolan. The dancers undergo penance with a view to attaining salvation and becoming free of worldly sufferings. This celebration is observed during the latter part of the Bengali month of Chaitra. Being a festival of austerity, the dancers often fast before a performance. The performance of this puja involves some harrowing rituals and is usually performed by the lower castes of the society. The involvement of the upper castes is limited to bowing down before the lower castes for just this one time in the year. The Raibenshe dance, which is performed by a group of male dancers, is a part of the repertoire of the Brotochari tradition of West Bengal. The Raibenshe dance of ancient Bengal is a significant and authentic reminder that the Bengalis were once renowned for their military prowess. This vigorous dance form includes mock fighting and acrobatics. It speaks volumes about the valor of the people of ancient Bengal. The Dhal and Kashi are the main instruments used. The strident rhythmic notes of the Dhal and the clanging of the Kashi generate courage and daring in the hearts of the dancers. No songs are sung or verses recited during this martial dance. Shri Guru Saday Dutt of the Indian Civil Service was responsible for resurrecting this ancient group dance and modifying it to its present form. The stick dance or Lokhun Nritya is an interesting martial folk art form of West Bengal. The stick, which has from time immemorial been used as a weapon of self-defense, is used in this dance. The long sticks not only keep the beat of the dance, but are also used for the acrobatic feats, which are an integral part of this dance form. The Ronpa is another martial form of dance where the artists walk and dance on stilts. As the dancers display mock fights, they exhibit their skills of balancing on stilts. Natua, an ancient dance form, features in the Shiv Puranas. The word Natua may have been derived from the name of Lord Nataraj. It is believed that Nandi and Bhringi, the associates of Lord Shiva, were the first to perform this dance during the time of Shiva's marriage with Durga. This highly acrobatic dance form involves many tricks and is usually accompanied by the beats of a joy dhak, the instrument which is said to have been created by Lord Shiva. Dhali and Paika are two dancers that are heroic war dances and are performed by a group of dancers. The dances are evocative of the valor and prowess of the people who took part in the wars. The Thali dance, as the name implies, is a shield dance. In the Thali dance, the spectacular movements are formal and are more in the nature of athletic exercises. It is a dance of high aesthetic value by virtue of its intricate maneuvers and ordered formations. Being a war dance, it is not accompanied by any songs. This dance form originated and flowered during the reign of Raja Pratapaditya of Jeshore. Over the years, the dance form has been modified, extending to women dancers as well. The Jhumur dance is one of the liveliest folk dances of Bengal. Several variations of this dance have emerged from Purulia, Birbhum, Bankura and Bardhaman districts. This is an elaborate dance choreographed and performed by professional artists. Here lies its essential difference with forms like the Santhali dance. This entertaining dance is performed on stage and during road shows. Heavy makeup and ornate jewelry form part of the costume of the Jhumur dancers. This secular dance form is accompanied by fast-paced and cheerful Jhumur songs. Nachni is an offshoot of the Jhumur dance, depicting the love of Radha or Nachni and Krishna or Rasik. When we think of harvest songs in Bengali folk culture, we think of the folk goddess Tusu. Tusu songs originating from the districts of Bankura, Purulia and Midnapur have similar features. The villagers pray to goddess Tusu for prosperity. They ask for the goddess's blessings so that their homes and the homes of their sons may overflow with wealth. Farming is an integral part of the lives of the villagers in rural Bengal. After a day's toil, the villagers often sing and dance as a welcome break from their daily routine of labor and hard work. In most parts of rural India, agriculture is still dependent on the rains. Noila Broto is a traditional ode to the rain goddess Megh Konna. This prayer dance, involving rituals and offerings, celebrates the arrival of the first monsoon clouds. The farmers and their wives pray for a good monsoon that will bring forth an abundant harvest of crop, ushering in prosperity and happiness. The women of the Rabha community of North Bengal perform the Rabha dances. The Rabha women have different dances for different occasions, like the Nachan Rene, or dance depicting the process of fishing. The Braisar Pridhan, or New Year's dance. Larai Lunge, or war dance. Krishi Nritya, or the dance of the farming community. The Nepali community settled in North Bengal form an important part of the cultural tradition of the state. The Damphu is an interesting musical instrument used by the community. The Damphu Nritya takes its name from this traditional instrument. The joys, hopes and aspirations of the community are expressed through this colorful folk dance. The Bakpa dance is another beautiful dance of the Nepalese community of North Bengal. The dance is accompanied by several indigenous musical instruments such as the gabu, the dhangru and the kangling. The tribal and folk dances of Bengal are at once the most primitive and the most sophisticated. Dance is not just the mere execution of a series of movements. It is an expression of joy and evokes a variety of emotions. The origins of some of these dance forms can be traced back to prehistoric times, and others have developed through the ages. The buoyant tenacity with which some of these forms have survived momentous historical and sociological changes is remarkable.